Hey guys, Whitney here, and welcome to TEFLPros. On today's call, I sat down with our recent grad, Talia. And Talia's story is pretty interesting. She has been working in the field of education, specifically with special needs students for many years. And now she and her family are getting ready to move to Spain. And she wanted to get her TEFL to prepare her for that experience. So sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing about Talia's experience on the TEFLPros Plus course. Hey, Talia.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you.
Well, first off, congratulations on completing the course.
Thank you so much.
Talia completed her TEFL in very quick time. So excited to see her make it out the other end and now continue on this journey. And thanks for taking some time to share your experience with us today.
Of course, thank you.
So Talia, the first thing that I always like to ask people is if they could just give folks a little bit of perspective on, what was your life like prior to jumping into your TEFL?
Okay, I was a little lucky in the fact that I am a teacher. I'm a special ed teacher. I work with young kids with autism in their homes and schools. So I have experience in the education field, which I think helped me with how quickly I was able to get through the course, because a lot of that was review. And yeah, I was able, I work full time doing that. And then I'm a mom to a 5-year-old and live in New York City and just very busy.
And you guys have some plans, right? Some traveling plans?
We will be moving to Barcelona, Spain in a couple of years. So that was why I was interested in getting my TEFL, in order to have, I looked at a lot of teaching programs, and many of them require, if you're going to be teaching English as a second language, that you need that certification.
Yeah. So you found that out, you did your research. What was it like for you to kind of go through the process of choosing a TEFL? Were there certain things that you were looking for or that you didn't want?
I wanted something flexible, and I wanted something that would hold me accountable. And I basically Googled and top programs. I kind of went with that. I looked at reviews, and this program rated very highly in everything I read. So figured I can't go wrong. And I liked the balance of the weekly calls that were available, but also the online, and I could move at my own speed, at my pace. And I was able to do it when I had free time. So that was all very helpful.
Was there anything else about the actual experience? So once you made that decision, you hopped on and you started going through the course. Anything else that you would share about that, of just what it was like for you?
Yeah, I am I'm a visual learner, not so much an auditory learner. I don't respond as well to kind of listening and videos and this and that. I'm better at being able to print things out and having materials and highlighting and taking notes and having all of that. And with this program, I was able to do both. You had video components and lots of worksheets and overviews. And I really liked how it was all organized, how you had the kind of like the overview, where you can do an outline of the unit, then the unit itself, and then there was a quiz and questions and this and that. I also liked how you couldn't in order to move forward, you had to do that unit's assignment and everything, portfolio assignment. So it forces you not to procrastinate. It forces you to be like, okay, you can't hold, and do 11 assignments all at once, which I can imagine many, including myself or want to do. So I like that it was very well organized. It was super accessible, super easy to get in touch with you if I needed it or anything like that. It was just really easy in the accessibility and the organization aspect.
Good. Well, I'm glad that that was a good experience for you. I mean, your background helps with that. You know, I mean, having someone who works with folks that might have different learning preferences tell me that, oh, this is accommodating for different learning preferences. I'm like, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, no, and it really was. So I appreciate that. It's smartly done.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that you had a good experience, Talia. And are there any last words of advice that you might have for someone who is like, I'm kind of on the fence about getting my TEFL, or, you know, getting into this side of the education industry? Any words of wisdom that you would share?
I mean, I definitely think it's worth it. I think in many countries, it's difficult as an American to get a work visa, and it's difficult to find work. In Spain, that can be a challenge. So having this background now and I have an entire portfolio of assignments that I can say, look here, I'm kind of armed with what I need to help get a job once I move forward and once I move. And so I definitely would recommend going for it. You know, the more education you can give yourself, I think the better it is. Plus, it's good to know how to handle large groups and how to educate, even if you're not an educator. It's nice to learn that as well.
Yeah, very true. Communication skills are always valuable. Oh, well, thank you, Talia. Thanks for taking some time to share with us today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.